Welcome to your second micro degree. So what is health? As I explained in the last video, health is a dynamic expression of life. And one of the main problems we have today is there is so much confusion of what sort of thing that I need to do specifically for myself. So there is so many diet plans out there, so many exercise plans. Should I follow paleo? Should I do juice diet? Should I do vegetarian? Should I have more meat? Should I have more veggies? There is just so many different things that you could follow, but following somebody else's plan definitely doesn't work. When you find out your personal plan, which way you should exercise, how you should eat, what specifically lifestyle strategies are going to suit you best, this is why we created Healthonomics. So I'm going to go into explaining a little bit where Healthonomics came from and the journey of why that actually came about. So I met Roger Hamilton at a Fast Forward Your Business event, and he created a program called Wealthonomics, which came from the I Ching, which is the Chinese medicine philosophy. So these ancient wisdoms he's been using for many decades to help people find their personal flow, their way to have their full potential and operate at their full potential. And listening and understanding to Roger, I've used this profiling system with so many of my clients in clinic that I've been in clinic for over 20 years, and I've had heaps of different people that I have worked with who are suffering from problems with having what they should do with their work and family and understanding different relationships and linking all of that through to actually finding out their own personal flow. So you have 8 different mind types, and we're going to go through that more in detail and how that links with the Ayurvedic body types. So you're born a certain way. You have a DNA that comes from mum and dad. So there is only one unique you. That means you have a certain body type that actually allows you to do certain things. So some people are more skinny mini, and some people are more like, muscly, and some people like put on weight really easily, even if they don't eat much food, right? So these different body types have what we call different ailments. So when we have the Chinese medicine and Ayurveda come together, we bring that whole pool of ailments. So the ancient wisdom is designed into your own personal path to health, so that therefore you have your own program that's specifically designed for you. I have the privilege of working with hundreds of clients all around the world, but today I'm going to tell you particularly about one specific client and how Healthonomics actually helped him and get him out of adrenal fatigue. So this client came to me. He's in his 50s. He was the CEO of a big company, and he was suffering with adrenal burnout. So he was doing some things that wasn't particularly working well for his diet, for his lifestyle. He was traveling a lot all around the world. And then he didn't really understand how he was working with his mind, that it was going in overdrive. So with this client, what happened for him? He was a creative profile, so it meant that his big vision, like he looks at things where it's all about the solution, the structure of the company, everything. But because he had a certain part of his body type, which is Pitta body type, he likes to drive everything. He likes things in an organized structure. He likes to be the leader, the boss, which is fine, but the thing is it was burning him out. And then there's a second part of his body type, which was more Vata, which means everything is on the go. So he was working with his nervous system, but it was a little bit overloaded. So he was eating particularly some foods that meant his digestive system was all upset. He had more problems with bloating, and then he had a lot of reflux, and then therefore, when his digestion wasn't suiting his body type, it actually caused this imbalance. So when we got him aligned with understanding, first of all, get your mind in flow. So delegate and have things in your company, people in your company doing certain things. Get yourself off the detail. Just allow yourself to give somebody else that job. But because he was a Pitta body type, he liked to take control and take direction. So we had to help him with his mind in how that linked. And this is why Healthonomics is very different, because when you're looking at just the Ayurvedic medicine, it just talks about your body type. But when you link it with your mind type, it actually links how do you put both of those together. So how do you have your mind in flow and your body in flow? So by the time we worked with him with getting the mind settled, getting someone doing things, getting everybody in the team operating in a particular way, and then getting him to eat particular way, get rid of the food that was causing all the inflammation, and settle him down instead of doing intensive exercise, overdoing things, and not sleeping at the right time of day. So over a 3-week period, we did lots of different things with him, but completely rejuvenated him. And he said that in that 3 weeks, it felt like he had 6 months off. So sometimes we think that it takes a long time to get things to reverse or get things to change. But if you follow your own personal path, it actually doesn't take that long. But it is designed so therefore you're rejuvenating on a very deep level and very specific level. And this is how, and this is the unique nature of health dynamics, because it's the first design system to link your mind and your body together.